What is up, you guys, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that like button if you find this useful in any way. Alrighty, but now let's get into the video. So after checking my fuses, everything here works. Light switch works, this works, the brightness works, but over here everything's just completely dead. I checked my fuses up front and my radio ones were fine, like all my fuses are fine. And I haven't really checked into the wiring, but I'm assuming that this is the thing that went out. So right now, I'm gonna try to install this Boss like touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and all that stuff. But yeah, let me show y'all how to install this, and then if this doesn't fix our radio issue, then we might have a wiring issue that I'll have to check out at some point in this video. If not, then I will show you guys how to install this bad boy into here. So pretty much after opening this box, we get this like harness and these brackets, these universal brackets. But I saw in this other guy's video that you need these Jeep specific mounting brackets, and that he also used this thing to make this screen compatible with this car. But now let's just finish unboxing this thing, and then I'll get around to the wiring that needs to be done into the harness. Alrighty, so first things first, in order to remove this, we need to put something through the back of this. And then we just pry it open like that, and then you disconnect the little compass right here. And then I'll show you. Okay, you just kind of click on the little tab right here and pull it off, and voila, this part is off. Then we'll go down here and then over here. Alright, and then in order to remove this one, you kind of just pry this between there and it pops right off. Voila. Then there is one screw right there, another one over there, another one right there, and another one right there, and then we just pry this whole thing off. Alrighty, so all these bolts were just a 7mm Allen head socket, and then once I completely remove all these, I'll just put a little like pry bar right here and take that thing off. Then that'll give us access to the radio unit. Alrighty, so I pried this thing off. Now it's just those 4 bolts right there, also 7mm, and I'll catch up with you guys once I remove those 4 bolts. Alrighty, so I loosened up all 4 bolts, and then I just pulled the radio off, and now I'm just going to disconnect these things, and then we'll get to the rewiring of the new touchscreen. Now let's get into this. Alrighty, so this kit came with this like little harness which just connects right here. Then over here I might have to do some wiring into the adapter, which the adapter then connects to the car. On this adapter, the one that says radio, the line is not working, but the one that doesn't say steering wheel control, you connect this thing into this little module. And then over here is just a little fuse, but right now I'm gonna figure out the wiring here, and then I'll show y'all how I wired it up, and then we'll test it out, and then we'll put everything back together. Yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna twist these two together, solder them, then put this shrink wrap over it, heat it up, then that should be the thing, like the final touch. But before I shrink wrap it and solder, I'm gonna just twist them all together and make sure that this thing works with that. Alrighty guys, so I went through all this wiring just to find out that I used the wrong adapter. This one will not connect to my car one because I was supposed to use this other one that was provided in the kit. I really thought it was like the same one. I should have read it, but now I just gotta redo all this wiring again and then plug it in and hope for the best. Alrighty guys, so I let it, it's working now after that little screw up, but I honestly followed another guy's tutorial on how to do this wiring, so I'll link his video up somewhere right here so you guys can go check it out to see how he did the wiring, because he did it pretty good and I don't want to like take credit for his work. So if you guys are actually interested in installing this and don't know how the wiring goes, I mean it's in the instructions, but if you guys don't want to read that video will have exactly how to do it. But right now I'm just gonna finish tidying this whole thing up, and then we'll see how it looks. Alrighty guys, so last night the sunlight kind of went away, so I wasn't able to finish my recording, but the brackets, it's pretty self-explanatory. You just have to mount the brackets onto the side of the radio, and in this little baggie there's a set of bolts, and those are the bolts you'll use to put the brackets onto the radio, like onto the whole like system. And then these little things, there's 2 provided in the kit that I'll link down below. Then on it, it says like top, like over here it says left A top. So, and if I would have used these, where it says top would go on top, like this part would go on top, and then the left side would be the driver's side, and then the right side would be over here. So you kind of just put this one on the side just so it can have a nice flush finish right here, which it does have a nice flush finish. And then over here, the little microphone comes with the 3M tape, so I just 3M'd it right here. Then this thing, I connect it to, there's a little thing in the back of this that says microphone. You just connect it into there. It's like a little aux port. And then over here, I ran the CarPlay module, and I just connected my little like iPhone like outlet thing. Then over here, there's another one just for power. So there's two of these black things, one to charge your phone and one for the actual CarPlay. But now let me just boot this up and show y'all how it sounds and looks. Alrighty, so once you boot up the car, you pretty much get to this screen where you can see your messages, or like WhatsApp. Like you can just see your apps, play the music, you know. I'll go to Spotify. Yeah, this is like there's like no lag in it. It's actually really responsive. Over here, if you click right here, it'll go to the radio. Then if I would have hooked up a backup camera, you could see it when you go into reverse or click that little button. This thing's like super smart, but yeah, this was honestly a pretty easy install. I mean, the wiring was a pain in the butt, but other than that, this is super cool for this car. And I'm glad that it was my radio that was wrong. Like, I had no other issues in it. It was just my little unit was messed up, I guess, from off-roading too much. Alrighty guys, so I'm pretty stoked I was able to fix that small issue that I had with the Jeep. But I mean, if you guys would want to see me take this bad boy off-roading, I'll gladly do that. But without further ado, if you guys found this video entertaining or useful in any way, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. And then the other cars should be coming to the channel soon. I know we've been delaying it, but yeah, I'm gonna start getting more focused on the channel and dedicate more time to it. So yeah, this is Jill signing out.